Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's Hex update. Well, it was supposed to be Saturday, and it wasn't, and then I was going to do it on Sunday, and it wasn't, and now it's Monday the 26th, so we'll just call it Hex Update Saturday plus 2 to make it Monday for the 26th. Yes, I was busy over the weekend and did not have time to get to doing the video here, so I had to wait to do it Monday afternoon. I do apologize to everybody. So hopefully it wasn't too much of a big disappointment, so please bear with me on that one there. Everybody outside of Hex I know does have a life, and I do as well. So what happened in the past week here? We have the Hex Raid, the 2015 live stream there. I was unable to actually see any of the live stream stuff, so I don't know exactly what happened there. So hopefully it was fun. It would have been awesome to participate in that there. They do have, oh, that's the wrong one. They don't have anything here about the actual stream, but they do actually have some pictures later on. We'll get to that there. The biggest thing here this week here, we have the Hex, the VIP tournament that did happen over the weekend there. Hopefully you guys were able to participate. Hopefully you guys were able to get your succulent Cluckadons and your Gore Master alternate art cards there. Hopefully you guys did really well. Again, I was busy over the weekend. I was not able to participate in this particular constructed VIP tournament. I'll probably do sealed. I find sealed a little, I shouldn't say that. I like both. I like constructed and I like sealed. So we'll see. I wasn't able to participate in this tournament, and so be it. Life happens, anything like that. So hopefully you guys did well. Congratulations to those guys who did get one of the alternate art cards. I applaud you very much so. Let's see, what was one of the big updates? This Hex update, rating spoils. I don't really want to call this an update because it's really not. They're just kind of sharing some stuff with us. Datadragon. Again, datadragon's name, I just love datadragon's name. His name is so awesome. But he just talks about some auction house data and how they're formulating or creating some more reports to better understand the game, the economy, and the meta and the things like that. So applause to him for doing that. I'm sure he has a team behind him, or a couple other guys or gals, if you will. Generating these reports and working on these reports to better understand what's going on in game. They make a commentary about one such report helps us informs us on how the actual current meta is progressing and what cards and decks are most popular and those that win often. They're working on a report and then we have other reports that we're improving. One that helps us keep an eye on the economy and another that even keeps an eye out for out of place money flow. So they know what they're doing there when it comes to the data, and obviously these guys are SQL or should I be more technical, T-SQL experts. I don't know if they use SQL as a back-end database. They may use Oracle, I have no idea. But the language to communicate with that is T-SQL. So these guys are actually pretty good at that, so I'm going to leave it to them to figure out what their data means. If anybody's ever done any DBA stuff, you know how it can be pretty cumbersome. So yeah, he just talks about that, and wish the best of luck to those guys there. It's definitely an adventure. And then they talk about a quality of life patch that's coming up. I don't think I would call it a quality of life patch with some other stuff. What they're talking about is quality of life for the chat. We'll see what the chat brings. It's kind of funny, and then they have some icons shown here, but it's kind of funny. Ever since I started doing these updates, and they've always talked about the chat system. And early on when I started doing videos, I was what do you want to say? Irritated that they focus so much on the chat. I'm like, it's a chat system. Just focus on the game, not the chat. Now, I'm like, now that we're in the game, let's fix the chat. The chat is awful. Okay, most of us probably will agree with me. The chat system, the current form of chat system is awful, because how many of us have been victim of you're chatting you're chatting in like a local, you're whispering to somebody or you're doing something, and then you flip back to general chat and you're whispering. How does that work? You're somehow you end up sending the chat to general and you thought you were actually whispering to them. You know what I mean? You've all been there, you've all done that. I have anyway, and it's just like, it makes you feel like an idiot because you're sending things out to general and they have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, whatever. So hopefully they'll fix that. When you click between tabs, it changes the actual where you're actually speaking. So we'll see about that one there. And also, they're talking about here the Frost Ring Arena. They're just showing some graphics and how actually we're going to actually get to that. So they say they're busy, again, just keep up the work. I don't care, just get it done. Let's get something out to us so we can actually take a look at it. I certainly wish I had this guy's platinum. If this is datadragon's platinum, that would be awesome to have 560,000 platinum. If anyone wants to do the math real quick, how many dollars would that be? Well, since it's 1 cent per platinum, 100 per dollar, what would that be? Would that be $560,000 in platinum? Maybe. I wonder if that's. Yeah, it's at $560,000 in platinum. That's crazy. Good thing they can just make their own platinum. Why would they need platinum? Why do you guys need platinum? What do you need platinum for? To buy cards? No. Why do you have platinum in the game? Why? I don't understand that. Anyway, so they get up. They show up here. They continue with they're showing some pictures from the HEX raid. Hopefully those guys had a wonderful time. It would have been fun to actually do that. Some of us that live further away, I don't live actually that far away. I live in South Dakota, so I mean it wouldn't be that hard to get to where they are, but it's I might as well live a million miles away. So, but yeah, it looks like those guys had fun. Then they come and talk about some boss only troops some spoilers that they portrayed at the actual HEX raid there, and they're talking about Poke the Conflagrator. I'm assuming that maybe is she going to be a boss that we get to play against in the arena? I don't know, because first up we'll have a boss only troop. Sorry, while you can only play as Poke the Champion, you can't have Poke the Troop. She's been enlisted by the big boss Zoltog, and will be torching you with endless blaze elementals. So what does that mean? Does that mean she's going to be a boss in the actual arena? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm guessing that's what they're trying to get at here. And then they go through here and they list some stuff. They say, but what we really wanted to see was some new loot, right? Well, of course, these next three will be found by victorious arena gladiators, and you'll find the equipment in the arena as well. So you have the troop here, Nori, and he has some equipment on him. He's got some slippers. It says when this enters play, create a battle hopper and put it into play with these particular slippers. It's the mentor slippers. It's actually they say here it's a common piece of equipment. Then he has a rare tenacious katana, and what it says here is sacrifice a battle hopper and Nori gets swift strike this turn. That's actually super expensive, I think, so I wouldn't actually want to do that, but maybe, who knows, that's all subject to change. PvE is not out. And they just go here and they show a couple of their cards like Holiday. It says for one resource tap this troop. This transforms into a random troop with cost +1, and it retains its ability. So, and it's kind of interesting. Soul Cube was actually the one that interested me the most. Soul Cube is actually pretty cool. It says when a troop dies, you void it, and then for 4, you can transform this into a Genesis Cube. And what a Genesis Cube actually is, we'll pull this down here. Genesis Cube is an artifact, and it says at the start of your turn, put target troop voided by Soul Cube into play under your control. So what it doesn't say though, it just says target troop. It doesn't say troops. So if you void, if multiple troops get voided by the actual Soul Cube, does this thing here just pick a random troop, or does it put all of them into play? We'll wait and see on that one, but I don't know yet. So it's actually a pretty interesting card. The mechanic there is quite interesting, so I'm waiting to see how that actually works there. And it has a couple pieces of equipment on it here. One is the Amulet of the Cuboid. It's an uncommon piece. When this enters play, create a random troop and destroy it. Is that good? If you create a random troop and destroy it, well, what's the point of creating a random troop and destroy it? Maybe there's going to be some on play effects or on enter effects. We'll see. Then it has chain shoes of Oblivion. It's a legendary piece of equipment. It looks like it's some boots. And it says at the end of your turn, if this didn't create a troop, transform it into a soul cube. So there's a lot of stuff. The PvE stuff is wide open. It's wide open, and I'm really looking forward to it. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like doing draft and like doing PvP, but you know, we're ready. I think we're ready. I think everybody's ready for the game to open up into a new avenue, and PvE is going to be that avenue. And you know, I'll take a look at PvE, and if PvE is something I like, I'll play PvE. But if it's not, like, we'll go back to PvP. It's wide open. It does not matter at all. So just we want to take a look at that and see how it is, and we'll go from there. So, and they finish up here. So as you can see by the frame, these are PvE only cards, so you can take these back in the arena with you, but you can't use them in any tournament decks, which is obvious. So, and I just want to remind everybody about the VIP weekend there. So since this is Monday, they've actually rolled out. They have a weekly Tuesday maintenance now, I guess. I didn't know they're gonna. You know, I think they started this last week, where they take the game down for about an hour and they do some database maintenance, basically what it is. So I wonder if that's going to be an everyday Tuesday thing. I'm not sure. So that's that. That's what has actually happened, because yeah, well, you can see right here, database maintenance January 20th. So that what was that? Yeah, that was last Tuesday as well too. So it looks like they're going to start doing some database stuff every Tuesday for about an hour, which is fine, not a big deal. So yeah, I mean, the updates have been really, really light the past couple of weeks. And again, you know, what do you do? So I don't have the names ready for the winners from last week's card opening or pack opening. So apologies. It seems about I'm about 50-50 in that one. Sometimes I'll have them ready, sometimes I won't. So be it. You know, no big deal there. So let's get to this week's pack opening. And just remember, next Saturday is going to be the last Saturday of the month. So that means we're going to actually crack open a primal pack. So tell your friends, tell your mother, tell your anybody you know. Just tell them, hey, we're opening primal packs. We give away the stuff inside of it. You know, it's good stuff. All right, let's get to this week's here pack that we're 2 days late on. All right, and boom. I think this is the first pack I've cracked all week. The week has just been insane, and it's a rare. One of these days we'll open up on a legendary. Well, in fact, next week we're going to open up on 2 legendaries. All right, so what do we have this week here for commons? We have Giant Mosquito, Ilgin Mirthkin, Spirit Oracle, Cunning Skullcaster, Mesmeric Hypnoscientist, that was a tough one to say, Sterling Starwatcher, Overtime Bot, and Thorn Tongue Snapdragon, Manacle Entrepreneur, Manacle, I don't know how you want to say it one, Manacle, I want to say Manacle Entrepreneur, Surprise Runt Gang, Mind Caller. Those are our commons for this pack, and our uncommons are going to be Immortal Decree, Shard of Life, and Shard of Conquest. So, and our rare, he will be Construction Plans Tower Hulk. Maybe not the best of rares, but it is still a rare. 2 cost and artifact plans, and it says exhaust 1 or more dwarves and or robots you control. Add a construction counter to this for each troop exhausted this way. For 2 resources, exhaust this and transform it into a Tower Hulk, and it gets +1/+1 for each construction counter on it. If there are 10 or more construction counters on this, this gets Skyguard. If anybody's unfamiliar with Skyguard, that is the ability to basically reach into the air and block troops that have flying. So it's not the most exciting rare, but it is a rare at that. So what do we get for a chest? Just a common chest. So again, apologize for the video being late, but life happens. So let me know your top 5 picks for this week's pack in the comments below. If you want to let me know something else other than your top 5 picks, obviously leave me a comment so I can read it and respond to you. If you liked the video, go and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more HEX updates Saturdays, in this case it'd be Monday, click that subscribe button down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.